Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to log into Buzz and observe your students' performance and progress. So first you need to go to this website, aisu.agilixbuzz.com. Your username is G for guardian, dot first name, dot last name, Richard Justice, that's my dad, and password, first name with the capital first letter and then the number 1. So in this case, Richard 1 with capital R. Click sign in. And then you'll see in the upper right corner a drop-down list of all of your students. Richard only has one student that he's observing, Nate Justice. That would be me. And hypothetically speaking, let's say I'm enrolled in group guitar, Math 7, Leadership Intensive, which is already completed, and Utah History with Emily Glendy. So you can pick from the courses that you want to check in on. I'm going to look at the Utah History course. And the first thing you'll see is the overall course percentage, and I'll explain a little bit of how that's calculated in just a minute. You'll also see the item within the course that your student visited most recently and an item that's coming up on the calendar. If you look over here on your left, you see a couple of items that should be completed by your student. Below that you see the different folders of the course. So if we click on the first one, Module 1, you can look at the actual content items in that folder. So in Lesson 1, or Chapter 1, Lesson 1, you can see, well, or Richard can see that Nate worked or looked at this file and then submitted this assignment right here. Notice Nate got a 25% on this assignment. If you click on this icon right here, you can actually see some more information about that. You can see how much time Nate spent on it. We can see, if we click on questions, we can see his actual answers. What is geography? A study of people and places. He only got half a credit on that question. Didn't do too well on this, and didn't even answer some of the later questions. So this is obviously really helpful when you want to talk to your student about their performance in their class. To get a bigger picture view of their turned in assignments and their scores, if you click on these 3 lines, people are calling them the hamburger, and it shows up on a lot of applications now. Even Google Chrome has a hamburger up here. Anyway, if you click on performance, you can see, and then click on grades, you can see all of their scores on the things that they've submitted so far and all of the scoreable items within the course so far. This first category, competencies, is a really important category. We use competency-based grading here at AISU, and students receive a grade on key competencies within a course, and these scores are what make up the overall grade for the course. The scores on their assignments and projects and papers and other items contribute to their demonstrating mastery on these key competencies, and once they have demonstrated mastery on these items, teachers record a mastery score on the competencies in this category. So you can see my overall grade right now is a 95%. That's because I have a 95% on one competency. Each course will have a range between probably 8 and maybe 25 or 30 competencies. So you really want to focus on the scores that are showing up on these competencies and talk to your students about, are you learning to examine and understand the geography of Utah? Are you learning how people affect the geography of Utah, etc.? We're hoping to push the conversation from, did you get homework 1.1 turned in to are you learning these things? Are you learning to examine and understand the geography of Utah? But we do want to see what students are completing and turning in and the scores they're getting on those. Notice that Nate got a low score on the first assignment in this category, but eventually he did a lot better to the point that his teacher felt that he demonstrated competency or reached a level of proficiency in this competency. So another really useful tab up here is the activity tab. If you click on the activity tab, you can see how much time your student spent on each object within the course. So Nate spent 10 seconds on this choice assignments page. That's actually an informational page, so that would make sense. He spent 8 minutes on this short answer assignment. So, but he only read this PDF file for 1 minute. So those are all helpful discussion points when you're talking to your student about their performance within their course. If you click up here, you can pick between the different courses your student is enrolled in Buzz and look at their performance within that course. And you can look at the course itself. You can see if you go to activities after you've selected that course, you can look at the course and see the information there and the activities and the material that your student is engaging with. So pretty good resource. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.